Okay, and we are on with that heat. We're seeing good tricks here. These are the girls that are in the second heat. And I'm sitting here with Jonea Vieira from Brazil, and she is helping me with the live commentary. Welcome, Jonea.
Hi, welcome everybody.
One more time.
Hi guys, welcome everybody.
Okay, perfect. We are in, and we're looking at these girls. Isabeau, who made it through the trials into this main event, same as Jalbert from France, making it into the main event through the trials. And then we have Fouré, we have Valessa, and Rosa, and Bruna Kajia. And here we're looking at the first trick. Galliard starting with the blind judge 3, pretty big trick, 4.4. What do you think?
Um,
Okay, and that was Fouré doing a trick. And hopefully we're gonna see it in the live stream in the slow motion again. And look, here is Valessa on F1. You know this girl. She is from France. You have been competing against her in France. Tell me a little bit about.
Valles is a really powerful rider. I'm really curious to know what she's gonna go for now. I think she might be preparing for a blind judge, but I'm not sure about that. Let's see what she's gonna do.
Yeah, she did very well in France and Locat. Maybe a little bit same conditions here.
Yeah, hard conditions for everybody, but yeah, you need to give your all and just go for it.
And you see here the judges quickly putting in the scores. And if we're looking at the live scores at the worldkiteboardingleague.com, if you scroll a little bit down, you can see the live scores yourself there. At the moment we're looking at the slow motion presented by Mercedes-Benz. And you see that she is performing a rally. Probably not a trick that she wanted to go for. What do you reckon she wanted to go for?
Definitely not. I reckon she wanted to go for a blind judge, a powerful one, what she's used to do pretty much. But unfortunately, she didn't manage to do that. So let's see what Fohe is gonna do now. No, Stefania Rosa, sorry. Ah, who's that? There was a slim chance from Stefania Rosa. Well, a nest mope from Stefania Rosa. Oh,
That was a 3-on-3.
Oh, yeah,
it's
sorry,
it's a bit confusing to see it sometimes with the switching of the camera. But we got that slow-mo in to correct herself. And the next rider up is Bruna Kajia. Let's see what she has in her pocket.
I'm sure Bruna has a really big trick in her pocket to get a higher score and be in front of all the girls right now. So let's just watch her and see what she's gonna do.
Yeah,
I think she might be going for a big 3-on-3 or a blind judge. Let's see.
It's a blind judge.
That's gonna be oh.
But even Bruna is struggling with the conditions. I heard that you need quite some experience here to go out to feel those conditions. How was it for you to be out there?
For me, it was really hard. I've been training a lot, but unfortunately, I didn't manage to do any of the tricks I was training for.
Okay, I hear everybody saying the conditions are very challenging. The side offshore wind makes it very gusty for everybody. Big names not making it into the main event. Also, there are not a lot of spots in the main event, what makes it very hard. But we are looking here at a last score of Bruna.
Was a 0.9.
So that's not a trick.
That's not a trick. That's not a point score what Bruna is used to get. So I think she might be a bit struggling out there. But I'm sure she has something else in mind. So I'm looking forward to see it.
Yeah, and all girls had their first trick attempt. They have 7 trick attempts, and their best 4 tricks are counting. So it's not over yet for any of these girls. A serious crash here from Isabeau Galliard.
Yeah, Isabeau just went for a S-bend for a heart attack 1, but unfortunately she didn't land it proper. She had a crash. Now you're gonna see the slow motion from Isabeau's trick attempt, so you can understand a bit more of the trick rotation. That's an S bend to blind.
And just not catching that bar. It is choppy out there and very, very windy, but I think it's smart of her doing her trick outside where the wind is a bit more consistent. What from my point of view here.
Now we got Laura Joubert from France. She might be going for a 3-on-3. Oh, that was an S bend. A nice S bend, nice and powered S bend.
Yeah, lately we're seeing a lot of girls going for some safe tricks to have at least 4 tricks in and then stepping up their game. I'm not sure if this was the tricks he was looking for, but
No, definitely not. But the conditions are not easy, so you're gonna see a lot of that. Now Forge from Venezuela going for a trick. Forge, my friend, looking forward to see what she's gonna do now. She's Forge from Crazy Fly. Her kite's pretty powered, so I bet she's gonna have a really big pull right now, or maybe no pull as the wind is just not constant.
she's looking around, so probably going for a trick to the right, changing her tack and looking for a bit more consistent wind. If you just start watching, you're watching the 2016 Pringles Kitesurf World Cup straight from Fehmarn, and we're in Heat 2 of the women's main event. And you're looking at Fure here going for her second trick attempt. Not quite finding the wind. And I'm sitting here with Jonea Vieira from Brazil. If you have any questions for her, to me, or just about the event, let us know through the Facebook page, and we are more than welcome to answer your questions. Here we are sitting. Comment to us and let us know.
Oh, there was a crash from Forge. Pretty shame.
Also the judges, they're not looking that impressed. They're hoping for good tricks. They've seen already a lot of good tricks from these girls on the water, and Foray is not getting that blind judge in there.
It's hard for everybody, so we need to count on that. The conditions are not easy at all. So the girls are suffering a bit with the conditions, but yeah, you gotta go for it.
Yeah, and here we see who is leading at the moment here during this heat. It is Isabeau leading with a total score of 4.46. This doesn't mean yet that she has won the competition or had won their heat. There are still a lot of attempts more coming. The girls have 7 attempts and their best 4 attempts are counting. And here we see Valesa
With a nice blind judge, powered with a lot of height and really good landed. Really well done, Valesa.
What do you think this will be scoring? I'm curious to see the score.
I think that we score pretty much a 5 or a 4.9, something like this. Let's see what the judges has to give.
Okay, the next rider is Rosa from Brazil. She is riding most of the time around Kumbuko on the lagoon of Kawipi. So these are different conditions for her. Gusty wind, also going far out, looking for more stable wind. I'm not sure what size kite she's on. There she's going, taking off and going for a blind as well. Dropping.
Oh.
Ooh, what happened there?
Whoa,
That will be sick to see in the replay. I think she dropped her kite, or she let go of her bar and her leash broke. Kite is flying away. Can we see it in front of us coming by?
that's a shame for Stefania Rosa. She's been doing really well at the past competitions. This trick could have scored really well, but unfortunately she didn't manage to land it. Let's see what she's gonna do next.
And there we see it. Oh, her kite is not gone. It's going on her safety system. Here in the background you saw the kite lane, and this is Bruna Kajia, my teammate from Aris.
Boom! That was a proper blind judge.
Exactly.
Bruna killing it.
Bruna with a lot of experience,
Ooh.
a lot of height, little hand drag to stabilize the landing. She knows what she's doing. Looking back at the massive screen on the beach to see her score, and we are all as curious as Bruna at this score.
She's gonna get pretty much a 5.5 for that, as she did it pretty close to the judges and it was really well seen, with a lot of power and really well
There
landed.
is Isabeau again.
Whoa, what 3-1-3 from Isabeau.
Yeah, safe
Isabeau
pop.
is
A safe pop of her, and not risking it too much, just getting her tricks in. Those 4 tricks that count a lot. But as you saw before, Bruna went with a lot of speed and height, putting way more risk in the tricks. What will score definitely higher than this 3-1-3, what we just saw of Isabeau. But it was definitely also a good trick. And here we see Bruna's blind judge score coming in. It's a 4.83. You might be sitting at home, why is this not a higher score? This is because Bruna just did a blind judge and it's not a full 360 rotation. So we'll rather see a backside 3-1-3.
yeah.
Okay, are there any tricks that you would like to see of those girls that you haven't been seen yet?
A front blind. A front blind. A front blind is a trick I'm used to do, which is pretty much front row rotation with yeah, blind.
A blind landing? Yeah.
And yeah, it's a sick trick, great feeling. So I think Bruna is pretty much the only one that can do that trick in this heat right now. So I think if Bruna does that, she will be pretty much leading the whole situation. But we will see. There is still a lot to happen. This is just the second round, the second attempt from the heat.
Yeah, exactly. I have to correct you a little bit on that. It was the 3rd attempt,
Oh,
but it
sorry.
doesn't really matter. It's again Galliard leading with 8.59 a total score after 3 attempts, and on a second place with only 2 attempts it's Bruna Gaggia, so she is very close behind. And we are looking here at
Foe.
Fore from Venezuela, living in El Yaque. Kind of similar conditions
Yeah. Whoa. Here you go, Lilo. She did great. Nice blind judge. And that's going to score pretty much a 4. And she's going to have her scores going in higher now. So she's probably going to go to 4th place, maybe. Let's see.
there. Yeah, I'm also very curious to see that next result of Foray. And there it is, 3.83, and exactly what you said. She moved up to the 4th place, as we see that here on the live scoring on your screen. And again, if you just tuned in, you're watching the 2060 Pringles Kitesurf World Cup straight from Fehmarn. We are live. If you have any questions to me about the competition or at my beautiful commentator next to me, Jonea Vieira from Brazil, let me know through the page. And we are watching together the second heat of the main event, and the ladies are in action.
Yeah, there you see Pauline Valesa. There you can see the slow motion from her trick attempt. I think she was going for a big 3-1-3 because she goes big always. But I think the wind made it a bit hard and complicated her attempt. So yeah, that was pretty much a pop. That's gonna score 1.5 or maybe a little bit higher.
Yeah, and it's good to see that even old competitors are watching under their secret accounts. It's Nore Romeo watching, and he is asking, hey guys, how are you guys doing? We are doing great.
Great.
Great. He wants to know how strong the wind is. Well, the wind is very, very gusty. It's side offshore, coming over the buildings. Sort of like in Locat, only then the wind from the right. A little bit less strong, but same gust. So I think the wind is between 14 and 25 knots. Nicely gusty. And here we see Estefania Rosa coming in.
Well, that was fast. She managed to get another kite, so she probably has a good trick in her pocket to throw it for us. Let's see what Stefania Rosa has for us.
For Jan Philip Eem, it's average 16. Now I would say average in front of the beach 4 knots, far out of the water 25. So there is no not a real average. It's very, very gusty. And there you see Stefania Rosa probably wanted to go for that S-bend to blind, but not making it. Only
Yeah, she kept her front row, a nice rotation front row.
And there's Bruna Gaggia going out with her right foot forward.
She's gonna go for sick 3-1-3.
Going for her third attempt, and you're totally right.
Yeah. Oh, she sinked a bit, but that's gonna score something. Let's see what the judges has.
If I would have still been judging, I wouldn't have scored this because her body went totally into the water. But
Yeah.
maybe the judges are at the moment, because the conditions are pretty hard, they are a little bit nicer than I was back in the days.
Yeah, that was a big sink, Bruna. Let's see what they're gonna give you, or if they even gonna score that.
Exactly. Bruna Gaggia, a big name, rider from Brazil, riding for Arash, having some troubles here on the water, on the challenging conditions. Side offshore wind, these are the competition conditions. It's never perfect, it's never a lagoon in Brazil. They're always challenging. But soon we're gonna have a competition in Egypt again, and I'm looking forward to see better conditions there.
Bruna Gaggia got a 1.9 for her 3-on-3. Not the score she was expecting, also not the trick. But we see here now in the slow motion Isabeau going for a blind judge, and she lands it. So whoa, she's consistent. She's still leading pretty much, I think. Let's see.
I'm not sure if that was a smart move of her going for a blind judge, as her first trick was already a blind judge, and she scored for that trick 4.67. So doing a blind judge again, she was probably going for a backside 3-1-3 and not making that. So not a smart move, in my opinion, to go again for a blind judge. I rather said she would have gone for a Hinterberger mope.
Or pretty much a S-bend to blind. That's a trick she needs. She knows how to do so.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she's still leading at the moment. Let's see.
Let's see what's
Still
happening.
a lot to happen.
And again, if you're just tuning in, we are watching here the 2016 Pringles Kitesurf World Cup, and we are live from Fehmarn in the second heat of the women's main event. And I'm sitting here with Jonea Vieira, and let me know if you have any questions for her or about the event. And we are more than willing to answer these questions. Drop a comment on the Facebook feed.
There goes Fohi again. She's pretty much going for a back to blind, I think. That's the tricks she has on her schedule, probably, from what I know. So I hope she can land the next trick to get the higher now on the heat.
Yeah, there she goes. She goes to the right, so it's gonna be.
Oh, that was
Isabeau, right?
For her.
Oh, that was 4. Sorry, I got a bit confused there. It is Foe.
That was a 3-on-3 almost.
Attempting a 3-on-3. Kite went way too high and would never be able to pass that bar. That's why she crashed. So no trick for her, no score. And we're on to the next girl. We are with Valessa, riding F1 from France. Strong girl, trained by Sebastian Garat. He is here to watch his riders on the water, to give them more tips and train them even better for the upcoming events.
Pauline seems like to be having a hard time there. Her kites are really powerful as well. F1 kites. Well, let's see. I hope she can do a big trick. I'm looking forward to see like more real action. Girls can do way better.
Oh, this was a big S-bend. Also, her kite went up, and That's what's happening sometimes when the gust comes and when the gust hits you. It's choppy out there, and yeah, it's not easy to perform those tricks. There you see the score on the screen. Seeing it as well, 1.43. Not a nice score to see when you just perform the trick. So yeah, in the lead still, Isabeau Galliard from the Netherlands. She is from the Netherlands, but living in Tarifa, a really good spot to train, to get consistent, especially in tough conditions. Okay. Again, we are at the fourth trick count, fourth trick attempt. So these girls have 7 attempts, and the best 4 count. It's very important that you have 4 proper scores in to make a good total score.
There comes Bruna.
Yeah, Bruna comes in. She's currently at second place here in this heat, just under Isabeau.
She's gonna throw it big now. Oh, sick ass band, but I'm not sure if that's gonna change much on Bruno's score.
It was just an S-band, but it was a sick S-band. As
Yeah.
you said, Jonah, it was a proper S-band.
Yeah.
Kite low, boom, taking off. A lot of height and a lot of speed in the landing.
Whoa, it's pretty close now between Galliard and Rosa.
Yeah, Rosa, her
Whoa.
last blind just scored a 4.37. What puts her on the second place, and Bruna on a third place. But we still don't have Bruna's last score in, and we just have it in. I saw it on the screen. It went away again. Bruna Kajia is leading. A 2.44 in S-band is very
Whoa,
high.
that's
in
the
my opinion.
highest 2.4 for an S-band I ever seen. But there we have to admit that there was a proper S-band. Yeah, now comes Galliard again for her 5th attempt. Let's see what she has. Oh, that was an S-band. S-band for Galliard. Let's see what that's gonna count.
How was that compared to Bruna's? I can see her landing here in the slow motion replay, presented by Mercedes. Totally different position.
Yeah, Bruna had her kite really low and Isabeau had it way higher.
Yeah.
So that can change a lot. We want to see, the judges want to see power, speed, and the kite position needs to be really in a good position.
Yeah, more than almost 1.4 difference between that S-band of Bruna and Galliard. In my opinion, it could have been even more because the Bruna's S-band was very powered. Here we're looking at Laura performing, are going for a 3-1-3.
That could have been a sick turn 3,
Yeah.
but she let go of the bar, not landing it. Here you see the slow motion again for her attempt. Yeah. Laura Joubert, she's having troubles with her shoulder, so I think she doesn't want to go too big because she's having a hard time with her shoulders. But I'm sure as soon as she gets better from it, she will be killing it.
Yeah. Kiteboarding lately, some riders get quite some injuries, but during some training off the water, they try to prevent it by training in the gym, and like the French team also has support from old rider Sebastian Garat, who is still killing it out there and now training those Frenchies hard and preparing them for difficult conditions like these here today here on Fehmarn. Still leading Bruna Gaggia with Galliard in second Rosa in third, Valessa fourth, Fouré on fifth, and Joubert on sixth.
The judges wants to see more, and we also want to see more action, like powerful action. Girls can also do this.
And I guess you guys at home as well. Here a question from William. Canistra, any men's heat today? What time? It's hard to say for me. We are now at almost 7:20, so I'm not sure until what time we're gonna run, but I will keep you guys up to date about that, and we'll inform it quickly of the organization. And here you can also see the big scoreboard in the background, what the riders can see from the water, so where they're leading. And of course here is the leaderboard for us at home. The big scoreboard for Valessa, this is what she's seeing when she's on the water, 2.73. The other girls as well, so they know what they need to do. We're looking at Rosa, she knows what she needs to do. She needs to step up her game, because currently she is sitting at the third position, what means that she is not going straight to round 3. She is...
But we still need to see what they gave to Valessa on her last trick. So let's see what Stefania Rosa has to do for us.
Yeah, one more time to explain this system here where we're working on. This is the first round and the second heat of the women main event. If you get a first or second position, you go straight to round 3. If you get third, fourth, fifth or sixth, you go to round 2. So even if you lose this heat, it's not a big deal. You go to the second round and still have a chance to win this event. And at the moment we're looking at...
And there goes Stefania Rosa, pretty overpowered. Whoa, that was a sick 3-on-3. With a bit of stopping landing, but that comes from the wind. The wind is not so steady, so we need to keep in mind. There you see the slow motion again from her trick. A 3-on-3, a trick that she's really used to do. She almost never misses it.
She grabs here the wrong side of the bar. This is maybe the reason why her kite stalls a little bit and gives her not that much speed on the landing. A 3.2 for that trick. Not that high for a 3-on-3.
No, let's see if she will go up or if she will keep on that position. She's now fourth on the heat, Valessa third, Galliard second, and Bruna leading the heat with the highest score until now. Bruna just did her attempt, and that was a S-bend, a little bit lower S-bend than her first one, the one before. She's struggling out there. It's hard for everybody. Bruna must be having a hard time. She's not used to having this kind of heats. But yeah, it's hard for everybody.
And here a shout out to everybody who is watching. Thanks a lot for the people from Brazil who are watching, the Dominican Republic, from Holland, from Germany, from France, from Spain, everywhere in the world. Thanks a lot, guys, for watching. And we're loving your comments. Keep it up. Also to support your riders. We will let them know.
There comes Isabeau, pretty focused for her trick. She's gonna turn around and try a trick to the right. Let's see what she's gonna do right now.
Yeah, and at the moment the most impressive trick for me was a big backmob 5 from Coco Luto from Italy. I don't know if you've seen that one.
No, I haven't seen, but I heard from everybody that he did a big backmob 5. I believe it was a sick one, if everybody's talking about it. So, well done, Coco Luto.
Very, very good.
Bravo, bravissimo.
And there goes
Whoa, whoa, that was a good one for Isabeau. She's gonna maybe step a little bit higher on that one. That was a Hinterberger mope, and it was really well landed.
And here
She's really steady. She's going really well. Whoa, whoa, whoa. A big whoa for Isabeau.
and there we go in the slow motion replay.
Yeah, there she goes for it. Boom, landed. Whoa, sick.
And I hear the people here on the beach screaming for her. They must be stoked.
There goes Laura Gilbert. Oh, she must be a little bit nervous right now as she's not in a good position in this heat, but she did pretty well on her heat. Actually, against me, she won in first place. I got fifth. Not used to that, but it's something that happens to all riders. You can see that everybody's having a hard time.
Boom, there she goes. For her blind judge, unfortunately not making it. But to come back on this question, what we saw on the Facebook page, impressive trick was from Annabelle from Westerop, landing a big, let me double check that, landing a big S-band to blind. A lot of power in there. Those are the best trick that I've seen so far. But also this trick, this heat, is a good heat to watch with Bruna Kajier in there and with Isabeau Galliard leading at the moment this heat, the second heat of the women main event.
Yeah, anything can happen. Anything can happen, as you see. So, yeah, let's keep an eye on the live stream. Everybody, thanks everybody for watching. And there goes Forre again.
Lilo for
from Venezuela, the chica from Venezuela.
I'm sure that there are also people watching from Venezuela, from El Yaqui.
Venezuela Kite, a big shot for the guys from Venezuela Kite. Whoa, woo. She got a bit pulled over by the wind. Don't think that was the trick she wanted to go for, but that's what she gave to us.
And there is Edgar from Kite House Kombuko. He is watching. Big shout out to you. Stoked that you're watching, man. All the way from Kombuko, Brazil. My opinion, the best kiteboarding place and your hometown.
Yeah, definitely. Big shout to Edgar. I'm gonna say it in Portuguese so everybody, all the Brazilians can understand it as well. Valeu, galera do Brasil, por nos assistir. E continuem torcendo, nos motiva muito. Edgar, o Cumbuco é nosso. Todo mundo ama o Cumbuco. Melhor lugar do mundo.
We're gonna check out, if I'm right, Rosa now. Also from Kombuko. Turning around for her.
Think she's gonna go for
her sixth trick, sixth attempt.
Hinterberger mob, or maybe a better, or maybe a slim chance or S mob. She can do a good S mob.
Okay, getting speed there.
But I'm not sure if that is a smart move to come too close to the beach, as the wind is not blowing hard at the beach.
No, the gusty wind, the side offshore wind that comes over the buildings here on the right of me makes the wind very, very gusty and hard for these riders to perform their tricks. But here is Stefania Rosa going. Her 60 seconds must be almost over. She's taking a lot of time, and I know in the main event the judges are a little bit harder on it. She needs to perform a trick quickly now. And she wanted to go for that slim chance.
Yeah, slim chance. It's a trick she's really well. She knows how to do really well. She almost never missed that trick. So yeah, unfortunately she stayed on the front row. Yeah. A shame for Stefania Rosa as she's current leading. As she's current on fourth place now in the heat and also fourth place overall. She's ranked now fourth place.
And she just moved up to the third place as we speak. Her last trick score came in 0.7, and that gives her some extra points and moves up to top 3. Next up is Bruna Kajia, and she is crashing there, so that is not giving her an extra score. Still at the moment at the second place here in this heat, and it's up to Isabeau Galliard to pull in her last trick attempt.
Yeah, I'm pretty curious to know what she has now for us for the last attempt. I hope for a back to blind or S-bend to blind. That's a trick she hasn't tried yet. So yeah, let's see. Let's hope.
And there she goes all the way to the right. Right foot forward. Crossing Bruna Gaggia, who is currently in second place, not feeling comfortable, I think. Used to winning these kind of first rounds. But also, if you're second in this heat, you go to the next round. Sorry, to the third round. I was watching the trick performed by Galliard. It was an S-bend to blind. We are watching it now here in the slow motion replay presented by Mercedes.
Oh, that was a nice one. That was I was hoping for. Isabeau went for S-bend to blind. That was a sick one. She landed. She's riding pretty well on this event. She's been out of the tour for a while and training a lot in Tarifa, where the wind is pretty much like this, gusty and pretty strong. So, whoa, Isabeau.
While we're waiting for Isabeau's result, it's up to Laura Jaubert to perform her last trick. I have to tell you that she is not gonna make it into round 3, but she's gonna go to round 2, because if she wants to get the second place here in this heat, so she needs to score at least a 10, and I think that is almost impossible with these conditions.
There comes Laura Joubert from France. Let's see what she has for her last trick to show us. I hope she can do something, but the wind is really hard on us right now. So I'm not sure. Well, let's see. Let's keep it up. Let's be positive about it. And we just have here the best girl ever in the world, Therese Tabel, who also had a pretty hard heat. Therese, tell me, how was your heat?
I mean, you know, it's pretty hard out there, but I think all these girls in this heat are doing great. So,
boom, a nice blind
give
judge
it up.
there. Nice blind judge there from Laura. And she must be stoked with that one. That was her first pass in this heat. And we just heard Tabel talking about her previous heat. She got a 6th place, but that doesn't really mean that she's out of the competition. She will go straight to round 2. So all girls will stay in the competition, even if you're not riding well in this round. Okay, and we get the trick in from Isabeau Galliard. It is a 3 for her S-bend to blind. Probably because the kite was pretty high and not totally rotated to blind, but still she is leading at the moment this heat, number 2 in round 1 of the women's.
Yeah, now Bruna needs to pull off a good trick, scoring about 5 points. So let's see what Bruna has to do.
That was a nice S-bend to blind.
Whoa.
Maybe we're gonna have that in the slow-mo, and there it is.
Yeah.
Boom.
As you see. Whoa, yeah, that was nice, but that's not gonna change much here. She still can have another chance. She will go to the second round together with the other girls. 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th are going to the second round.
Okay, let's see what that score is gonna give Fourré. and maybe she's gonna get even that second spot of Bruna at the moment. We are curious to see what's gonna happen. And Jaubert's score came in, and it was a 3.59 for her ready to blind. She stays at a 5th place at the moment. Okay, there she goes, Pauline. Boom!
Boom!
That is something we wanted. That
Whoa.
was sick.
That was a sick S-band pass. Pauline killing it.
Okay,
That's gonna change a lot on her scores right now. Let's see.
definitely. Here in the slow-mo replay, you see that she's passing in the air,
Man.
holding the landing, strong legs there, and squatting up again. If you're just tuning in, you're watching the 2016 Pringles Kitesurf World Cup with the slow-mo replays presented by Mercedes-Benz. I'm sitting here with Jonea Vieira
Wha-
and Therese Tabel, and we're looking at the heat number 2 in round 1 of the women's.
Well, that trick gave Valesa a good spot right now. She's now second on the heat and putting Bruna down to 3rd place.
Whoa.
Stefania Rosa is coming now, so let's see what she has to show us. She's probably has a good trick, or maybe she's gonna try again her slim chance, the trick that she's pretty used to do. And yeah, let's see
Yeah.
how that's gonna be and what that's gonna score, if that's gonna be the trick.
Yeah, we're watching now the last trick attempts of the girls. Their 7th trick attempt. They have 7 trick attempts, and their best 4 tricks score. There's a slim chance.
And
Oh,
that was a crash slim chance.
unfortunately, a crash slim chance, and the rotation looked also a bit off to me. And we're
Yeah.
gonna see
She can do a better one, that's for sure.
definitely.
That was not her best try.
So that's gonna give Rosa a 4th place here. She's gonna score a 0 here because she crashed. So this means she goes to round 2. And it's up to Bruna Gaggia. And there she is on the left hand screen. Boom, going for it. Back to blind. Oh, missing the bar.
That was something Bruna is not used to. Bruna is never missing a back to blind, a sick back to blind like that, and she's never missing any tricks. She's the one rider. There you see her slow motion from that trick try.
But, and I think a gust must have hit there. Also, her position of the kite wasn't really right. Snapping out of her hand. She must feel pretty bad now. This means that Isabeau Galliard and Valesa are going to round 3.
Whoa,
And it's
that was a promising hit, and this is a big surprise for us. Isabeau Galliard doing really well. She just won. She just made it to the main event, and she just won against the big names here.
yeah, congratulations Isabeau Galliard for making it straight into round 2. We are very stoked for you.
Yeah.
Valesa as well, very good rider, especially that last S-band pass. What you did there, very impressive. Very high score as well. And Bruna Gaggia, Stefania Rosa, Lilo Fouré, and Laura Joubert, we see you back in round 2. But we are going quickly to our lovely Gemma on the beach with 2 happy winners, especially Galliard, who will be stoked. We're looking here at Gemma hugging Isabeau. Isabeau, young rider from the Netherlands.
We see as well Danny, her dad, really stoked about her winning. While we see she's doing pretty well, everybody's watching on the beach and cheering, and pretty stoked for Isabeau as she won against the big names here on the tour.
Yeah, and you see it's hard to get back on the beach for these girls because of the conditions are so challenging here in front with the side offshore wind. Boom, a kite goes up again. And I'm keeping a close look on my second screen here while we switching almost to Gemma. Another shot of a kite in front. This shows how gusty it is with these offshore conditions. And it's hard to get back to the beach and land your kite.
Yeah, it's really hard. On the beach, it's not the wind is there is no wind at all. There's like a big hole, as we have as it's coming from over the buildings. But professional riders. They know how to to deal with all conditions. And yeah, the heat is just over. We see Isabel won, and let's check. Let's see if we still have something for today.
Yeah, I will keep you up to date and let you know when we are.
Here with
Okay.
Isabel Galliard from the Netherlands. She just got first place in her heat. I think she's possibly having the best day of her life.
I think I didn't have a better. I couldn't have a better day. Yeah, it was. It was. I just still can't imagine. Like believe it. It's so weird.
This means, Isabel, you're passing directly to round 3. This is such a good result for you. You just got through the trials today into the main event. And we got Pauline with us as well. Congratulations. How was your heat?
Great. I'm super happy to my last tricks and super happy to continue the competition.
And how are the conditions? It looked a little bit nasty. Was it okay?
Very gusty and strong.
Yeah, it was strong, but I think like the trials kind of helped me here because I kind of could get ready and get used to the conditions. And I was just thinking, let's have fun because I was so stressed out in the trials. So yeah, actually I did have a lot of fun out there.
It was really nice to watch. You both passed directly now through to round 3, so that's really good for you. Pauline, anything you want to say to your family, friends, anyone who's watching the live feed?
Sorry.
You want to say anything to your family or friends or whoever?
Thanks to support me for all the competition.
Oh, anything? You have all your family here, but for anyone who is also watching?
Yeah, my whole family in Holland is watching as well. So my mom is watching, and I'm really happy that my dad's here and my grandparents and my stepmom. So yeah, couldn't have a better company to celebrate it with.
Congratulations, it was super fun to watch. So I think we're done for today, and we hope we're going to get really good conditions tomorrow. We'll continue with the main.
Okay, thank you very much, Gemma. Thanks for that interview, and Isabeau, very, very happy girl. Well deserved. I'm gonna say thanks to my commentator here next to me, Jonea Vieira. Thanks a lot for watching these heats with me.
Thank you for inviting. It was amazing to presentate this sick heat from the girls. Sick and impressing.
Very unexpected.
Very unexpected.
Okay, this is it for today. We're gonna go. We gotta go home. Everybody is finished. Tomorrow we're gonna start with the men's heat. Then we're gonna see one of those big names, Seth Teixeira, a big rider from Brazil. I'm looking forward to see him ride. Same as Bebe, another friend of us, and of course Yuri Zoon, Hedlow, Liam Whaley, and of course the rest of the girls again.
Definitely tomorrow is gonna be a big show, and the forecast looks good. So we are hoping very, very much for good and crazy action in these good conditions of Fehmarn, Germany.
Thank you very much, Jonea Vieira, and see you next time.
Thank you.
Perfect. Thanks a lot for tuning in here at the 2016 Pringles live from Fehmarn. I had a great day. Hopefully you enjoyed watching the live stream, and we're finished.